Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to introduce you our tool, MalwareConfigParser. It's a lightweight malware configuration parsing tool because we, as a malware researcher, we do reverse engineering every day. So the design purpose of this tool is to make malware researcher or incident response people life more easier, so they could have more time to spend with their family. Yeah. So here's the speaker list. I'm Charles. I'm the chief analyst of Team T5, and this is YCY, and this is Doc. Both of them are malware researcher, and we do malware reversing. We do campaign tracking. We track threat actor around the world. That's our daily life. And we are from Team T5. Team T5 is a threat intelligence company based in Taiwan. Yeah, and we have more than 60 clients in Asia Pacific region, including MSSP, government, telecom, threat intelligence firm, accounting, semiconductor, international trading company. All of them are our customer. And compared with other U.S. vendors, the most unique part of Team T5 is we start from APEC and we speak for APEC. We believe we are guardian of APEC, and we are very confident about our threat visibility in this region. And Team T5 are interested in tracking cyber threat actors around the world. Yeah. So here's the agenda for today.
Because we track for threats in Asia Pacific. So in the following demonstration, we will show some threats that's malware that's actually targeted in Asia Pacific. So here's the agenda. We are going to show that first what is MalwareConfigParser and why we designed this tool, and then tell about the architecture design, and then we will have a demo. So first, what is MalwareConfigParser? And MalwareConfigParser, and it's we introduce Yara, and also I guess most of people is familiar with Yara. And the second is Kaitai. Kaitai is a binary format parser tool, and we use this to parse configuration malware. And also, right now we use MalwareConfigParser to support Cuckoo Sandbox and possibly other malware detection products, and can use our tool to extract the configuration. And because this will be open source and everyone can access it. So I would like to first show this scenario for real quick, because this is a memory dump scan of a MalwareConfigParser. So simply this is a malware that's let's call plot X. And this is a variant from a group that we track it as Polaris. Polaris is in its public name is called Mustang Panda. It's from, I guess it's from CrowdStrike's name. And we already track Polaris since 2013. And this is a recent new plot X they use. So in this memory dump scan scenario, let me show, after I click the malware here, and then the process start, it's on secapp.exe, and I'll do a dump file on this process. And let me switch to a console. I will do a scan on this memory block. And here we see the malware here, its install name and its C2 server is shown in a console. So there's another scenario that we always encounter. So the left side is a console, console, and the right side is VMware. So in VMware, we have our malware here. As we click, we can see there's a new process in the TCP view. Here's a new connection, and the PID is here. And then we switch to a console and input the process ID here. Then the configuration is tracked. So you will see there's two, that actually is configured two CNC server here, but actually, and with different ports, and also it's mutex here. So in the second part, we are going to talk about the challenges we faced and why we designed this tool. So here is plot X. This is a variant. We called it OX3684. It's actually the configuration size of this plot X. And we do a string on its loader. And in the left side, and here is plot X loader. It's from APT20. We tracked in 2015. And its string is like this. And also, a year before, after, and in 2016, and there's another malware, there's another plot X that actually is the same variant of plot X, but from different group called Dragon OK. And we can clearly see that the two strings is very, very different. And we move to on the third one that we track it as Lemon. This is actually another public group, and we track it this plot X in 2017, and the strings look like very different from the previous two one. Let me switch to the left side. Three of them are quite different. So it's very hard for us that if we encounter a new plot X and we do a new description or new decoding method for each different loader, it's really wastes our time. So, but because when we switch to a situation in the memory, you will see the memory actually the same. So we decide to do it in a memory. And here is another challenge we face. That is when we know there's a tool that uses volatility to extract the configuration. But mostly we work this in a lab environment. We only focus on a single process. And if we would like to dump the whole virtual machine's memory, and it's 4 GB for a single process, it's really, we feel headache on it. So yeah, that's why we designed this MalCfgParser.
Okay, I'm going to introduce its architecture in next part. And so how does it work? So first, you need a virtual machine to run the malware. And after you identify the malware process, you can manually dump its process memory or pick the PID number to our tool. And our MalCfgParser will detect the malware type and pass the configure into plain text. Next, inside the MalCfgParser, we use Yara, the famous signature scanner, to detection what the malware type it is. And for the parsing phase, in the parsing phase, we use Kaitai. Kaitai is a data structure framework, and it can be define many structure like file header and network packer and so on. So the Kaitai is a YAML based, so you can use its online IDE for activity to edit the configure easily. And in the parsing function, if proof force to parse the config if the configuration is not in a fixed position. And you can build your own valid function to vet the configuration is correct or not. Like use the hosting domain or C2 server is an IP or not. And if the configuration in the memory is still encrypted, you can define your decode function to handle it. Next, how did it integrate with the Cuckoo Sandbox? In a guest machine, if the malware process is be created, its memory dump will be dumped using the analyzer. Analyzer will dump its memory into the host machine. Okay, so in the host machine, in the process memory state, our tool will detection the malware type and parse it. You can see the result in the web server interface. Okay, next is the demo time.
Here we're going to demo. We integrate this tool into Cuckoo Sandbox, and also our company's product. It's called Persona. So in this part, we work how you work with Cuckoo. And first, in the web server, just submit the file. And this malware is called Water Bear. It's a malware that from an adversary called Pleat or Black Tag. And this group usually target Taiwan and Japan a lot. And so we use this malware as an example. So the sandbox running, after it running, we'll see this. There's a new tab that's called MalCfgParser. After we click on it, then the configuration is extracted. Then we can see its pattern and also C2 server and its mutex and its version. And let's move on another scenario. That's we would like to show this because it's possible that everyone's malware detection product that can use our tool and to provide further information on the threats. So let's start the malware and also scan by the Persona and then move here. And this is a dashboard of Persona. It will show the threats on this environment. And the scan. It scans that there's a level 1 malware and level 5 threat here, and here is a threat with this in this environment, and we got a level 5 threat here, and then here is a detection, and it's Water Bear. Then we move to the this part, its configuration. configuration of this warfare. Yeah, so
In summary, Persona is one of Team T5 commercial product, and in the previous demo we showed that we integrate it with the malware config parser to extract a malware config information automatically. Yeah.
yeah, and here's the way you can use this malware config parser. And yeah, here's the URL you can scan by QR code. And yes, thank you for your attention. And we're from Team T5. And yeah, if you have any question, you can come here and ask us.